Good evening. You have to pardon me if this video doesn't really have that many edits or that many frills to it. It's approaching the annual anniversary of my brother's death, and I like to share his story to act as a bit of a, I don't know, just something for people to empathize with or maybe help people reevaluate their own choices. Because my brother was actually a very interesting person in his own right. I'm not going to talk about him specifically in terms of like his history and those sorts of things too much, and not any more than what's really relevant for the story here. Largely because a lot of what he did there were other people involved, and it's not really my place to tell their stories. I can tell my stories about him that directly really only affect me, because why not? I'd like to interject really quickly. This is something I'm editing in from the future. The reason why I'm doing this over top of video game footage is because this isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world to talk about, so there's probably going to be a couple points where I have to pause. And just to keep it as a coherent story, I'm going to just pause the audio, try to keep everything clipped together as a single sort of story goes. But it's easier to tell this if I'm not having to actually look at myself while I tell it. So that's why it's game footage, if you're wondering why I'm covering such a serious topic with something as unserious in the background as PowerWash Simulator. Alright, back to the normal recording. They're my stories, and the only person that really probably remembers them is me. But his death gets a little bit complicated, so I'm going to have to drop some of the details out because it's in a few people. So let's give you a little bit of background. My brother was an avid bodybuilder. He was about 5'10" at most. I'm trying to be a little generous to him in honor of his memory, but let's say he was a decent bit shorter than me, which I'm right around 6'1", somewhere in there. I can't really tell you for sure because it seems like everywhere I go they tell me a slightly different measurement, so whatever. At the end of the day, all that really matters for this part of it, he was a very healthy person. Like, when you look at him, super muscly, very much prepping to try to compete in bodybuilding competitions. I think he actually had competed in one or two amateur ones. Well, he was 25 when he died, and that was really about the point in time. Like, the last couple of months he was alive was when he was actually in the process of kind of getting his life back together.